See, I decided that I can't afford the water company, and certainly they can't afford me. So I'm not even going to try to keep tossing money over there. There's a lot of issues that I'm not cut out to face it right now. I mean, really, it's everybody's issue. If you really want to know, I went and I recorded some footage when I went to some reason I just knew it was one of the last meetings that the public could ever go to concerning anything that has to do with their services from the water company. They told the public to sit out in the cold while they had their meeting, and the public was invited, and I will never forget they had this there was this woman in the audience which was supposed to be like me, part of the community that had something to who knows what we don't have power over them. They're all too rich, and they're being employed by the non-human faction, which is not caring. I mean, for well, you know what they would do is systematically poison waters and stuff. Anyway, God, what a great subject matter. Let's get just back to this. I noticed that the public was being shut out, and I went to one of those last meetings, and so refusing, their service. There's just a lot of discrepancies about my bill alone. That if I was to get back on it, I would I would carefully talk to them about. Okay, so you're charging me for the sewer line, but I don't really use the sewer line. If there's water going, which is through the sinks and through the dishwashing, and even, well, I can take the washing machine off the sewer line. That's what's trippy about my place, is that the washing machine is still on sewer line. But my toilets are. My toilets are going to their sewer line. And they're claiming that I'm paying for that usage there. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Where's the meter on it? Because there isn't water passing. There isn't the amount that's coming through that you're giving me going into the sewer. I'm putting that back onto the ground out here. And there's all kinds of conspiracy behind that. Yes, you can do that. No, you can do that. Well, I'm really leaning towards not having the toxic soaps. I like the biodegradable soaps. And there's a company, I have a label of this amazing miracle soap that you can actually drink. It is the most amazing stuff. I'm a Venus and Virgo, so I'm going to tell you about this soap. But the thing is, they can't have their business anywhere. They keep getting bombed. So that's the kind of world we live in right now. And so it's just um, I'm actually looking forward to this time of me just, let's see. Okay, so they were charging me. It's getting up to, okay, so if I want to do my laundry, and I had a couple leaks that I finally fucking fixed. So it was $80. It used to be $76, but now it's $80, for my water bill. Well, 90 or so if I'm doing hell of um, washing my laundry, which that ended up having a leak, and so I used it with the leak, and so I'll have to pay for that, but I guess I'm just not. And I don't mean it to be like, oh, I'm irresponsible. No, I am falling around a little bit, and this is the first time in how many all the years that I've paid. Not even it's not nothing what is happening is interesting to me. Um, that when I really relax into it, I think, okay, no, this is supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen. A long time ago, I was writing this. There's probably a video last year saying I really need to not only start heating my water with the heat source that I'm doing anyway, which is heating with wood, which is like a constant source that's coming out of the sky. As long as there's these trees dying and stuff, I hate to say, but they're here, and so why not do something like that? It is so sickening to know and just it's hard to to blah 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 talk about like how that there is an agenda out there that first of all the tree people know that it's a good business to start selling wood, so they steal the wood from the people, and the people don't know that they have a right to keep their wood, and they're being fed a bunch of shit about the beetle. And no, you don't keep it laying around. We'll put a piece of plastic over it. It's like yeah whatever with that. The place is dying anyway, and so you're going to take this resource away from people and make them die even harder, or what? Like, the beetle thing is just a ridiculous thing. It's a natural process that's happening. I already yelled my ass off at them. There's a video about that on here. And the guy, the best thing he can say, and this is a so-called somebody I've known for since a long time, he's just fucking alcoholic asshole spraying chemicals around the forest under the name of the turpentine beetle and other beetles that are just, it's taking over and people's trees are dying. It's just going to happen. And so now you're gonna put chemicals on top of it. Oh God, man, I'm fucking so. You know, you see me grabbing at my body like this. I don't feel any stress. I'm working on nervous system problem, and I'm fine until I get on here and start talking about what. It's certainly not talking about higher vibrational frequency ways of being. If it is, it won't get any likes, and I would not even gotten uh, 307 subscribers, steady, because there is an issue with the lower vibrational frequency coming at us, and actually, just putting a mask on and saying, no, actually, I'm the higher vibrational frequency, and I know so much better. And it's just a big, energetic, fucking sickening game that if you really look, they take that mask off, it's just, you think that you're playing checkers. I mean, you're playing chess, and they're just playing checkers, one up, and it's their game and you're down, and yeah, they're known to kill people and make people sick anyway. Getting back to yeah, these are the people they marry and shit. I'm just kidding. Not really. I'm a lover. I have nothing but loving relationships coming in and out of my life. That's what I conduct, and that's what we fight and stand up for, really. That's what. What are the fringes happening? Well, I would rather have love, so I'm gonna go sit over here. and fuck your fucking scene of fucking whatever they find. And you notice how it's just this big circus, It's like, you guys aren't real. None of you are fucking real. And you fucking hate me. I guess it's so fine. Water company shut me out. You're not real. That fucking water company, the sad thing is, and this is the truth, it's heart-wrenching, but I'm not alone here. This is humanity speaking. Your waters are being poisoned. When I first got here, okay, it was in the 80s that we used to come up and visit, late 80s, that we would bring our jugs up here because why? It was so sweet coming out of the tap. I live in the mountains where that water was being caretook by people who knew that this is fucking great water up here. Nothing, don't do anything to it. In fact, it was only $9 a month, all you can use. This was for a long time, even in 1989. And there was a point where they would say, please leave your hoses on if you go for this summer, at the end of the summer and the winter. Really, it was at the end of the summer. They would say, let your hoses out because we are refilling our tanks. That's what would be happening right now with all of this righteous snow happening. It's kind of like normal for around here on a microcosm in a microclimatic place. The water company is dealing with that for sure. There used to be a truck that came up here and stole the water, and people started fucking complaining about it. It was a truck that I'm sure it was a company that um, worked for the bottling industry. Who owns that ultimately George Soros. George Soros he's the one who is behind the global army of taking over the primary water wells of our Earth. That's not what I'm talking about here. We do have springs all along, but it's coming. You know, I don't think we have any primary springs around here. It comes from the upper falling from the sky. The primary means it comes from the earth, and that's a mined mineral. That there's one in Brazil. There could be one around here. I don't know. They don't want you to know. Getting back to fucking A, man. The massive amount of shit that we need to talk about, but we don't. It's just like, nah, go get a Big Mac. Fucking turn on the TV and die. I'm just gonna do it a little bit differently than that. That's all. You know, I like to have fun too. I'm having my oatmeal is over there cooking on my wood stove, and I'm so bummed out that I don't have. See, there's tons of water coming out of the sky. I don't have a water tank. I requested this. I used to have a brother. He went crazy. I don't know where his mind is now. And it's like I had stepbrothers, but that's you know your narcissist. Even if it was your dad, all the connections there are not real. And then so anyway, I wanted a water tank, so it's costing me 400 and some odd dollars, more like 500 when they're all said and done, putting fucking and trying to, you know, they want to tack on $35 more for a turn-on valve. If I want to get it turned back on, it's nearly 500 bucks. Well, for $700, I could buy a massive water tank. So what I'm going to literally do, and see, this is something, my unique life, and just me and Shauna, you know, a lot of people know that I'm kind of a unique person. I live in the mountains, and I've managed to stay that way. I'm going to try to stay that way. People are attacking me right and left, even my own associates over there. I don't want to call them anybody, but just as people that are in my life that they really, it's just like this. They look at my life like this. I would never do that. Where is she going with this? And it's just, it's like, who gives a fuck? You can't fucking, it's like interesting, you know, I'm not really that bad to hang out with. Okay, so when you come to my house, it's going to be a little bit tough. Bring your own water. But it's not just me. Did you notice you're going to have your own water somehow, some way anyway? And I hope you're drinking the right water. If I do, see, this is what a trip. This is what's a trip. This fucking video, 12 minutes long. And I'm trying to just work with the energies here. This is what is a trip. When I don't have a water heater going, and I have to heat my water from a wood stove or the top stove, I make sure everything's cleaned with the least amount of hot water and it is scathed all around and everything is fucking so clean. Unlike when I have water coming out of the tap and hot and just let these dishes pile up and then I'll do it in like 3 days and then, you know what I'm saying? So when I start doing my own water, when you come to my house, babe, I'm going to give you nothing but fucking above 8.8 fucking alkaline. That's what you should be drinking. You're gonna bring over that shit that George Soros has. They won't even drink it. These are the 3 things that we're gonna have to worry about for the rest of our fucking living days. Very simple, and if I can, it's just forced upon me. I have to get it done. I have to get it done. Really, what I would like to do is, well, how do you filter water to make it drinkable? How do you distill it? And it's just a science and a bunch of different, like with the heating stove. See, right now, me thinking about it is just giving me a. It's like you're thinking about things, Shauna, that you don't have money for. So will you please forget it? And I'm like, yes. Is that all I have to do? Yeah. Okay. I'll forget it. I'll forget it. Not worth it. And see, this is I've what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to say here, and what I've been doing, and what I'm going to start having to do is I'm going to have to start working for money. I'm going to have to save money for the things that I need to meet my needs. See, I've never done that. I've only done it for my health. And you could say, well, don't you need good health? And it's like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant that I had everything that I needed, so I just would go get a job, 3 of them, and continue and fucking run their business and get my paycheck and continue on with the things that I have that help me do all that stuff. I don't know if you understand, but that's really how it goes. If you're being treated well and you're being well fueled, you'll start operating to fucking reciprocate and be of some use to somebody out there, won't you? Yeah, that's my experience. That's what I'm experiencing See, I tried to work without nothing, and it didn't work very well. I felt like I was going to die, and I actually was lashing out at people because I was hurting and pain, and I didn't know how to ask for help, and I still will never. I'm just an Aries rising who loves being independent. It's like, no, excuse me, I'm going to get the water thing done. I'm going to get what I need. I'm excited about. Okay, it's measly, fucking $700, probably plus a couple of $100 to get some fucking stingy fucking stinking narcissist to deliver the tank. I'll figure out how to level the tank and move it around to the place that I need. And to start filling up. I will prove to you through my Facebook that there's a container out there that's going to keep filling up overnight. It'll just keep filling. I mean, I can fill up 2,000-gallon tanks over and over again. Probably by the time this month is over, I could have 10,000-gallon tank. But that is if I had it. I would have that water. I tried to tell people about it years ago, and it's just looking like I'm going to have to do that myself. And to me, it's worth it. That's worth it. It's, that is worth it. I'm not gonna bother about sanding my fucking house. It's like, yeah, that could happen. Yeah. Woo, thinking about all this shit about, just let it go. No, don't do it. Cause it's got my nerves just, ugh. Congratulations, all you people that think that you can handle it. You're doing it, but you're probably shot, baby. I love my fucking health. I love feeling as sensitive I do, and thinking that there's hope for the future, like say cradling that and saying, no, this is gonna work for me. I'm gonna work for me. This is gonna work for probably for a lot of people. They're gonna figure out, fuck, I should figure out now. So what did you do? Well, I first filtered it with just some cloth filtering, and then there's a way that you get the charcoal, and then now it's just this long going thing, and now I have a business. It's a watering hole where people are drinking really good water right up the road here. And because there's only one machine, and what the fuck is that? I was thinking about that machine. I was like, that machine is there saying, in case you want to drop your water company, it's bad company, baby. 17, 17.